Hi, I'm Amellia. I pass zone.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Garcia. I'm 17 and I live in Temecula, California. No! Not on camera.
I got that on camera.
One of the hardest strokes I've done was the backstroke. I won a gold medal for that backstroke, and I did. It was a fun thing for me.
Having a kid with Down syndrome, I saw it somewhere recently where it's like you're taking a scenic route to go to your destination. So it takes you a little longer to arrive at those certain milestones or development things you're waiting for, but you love it. Like you love the path that you chose, even if it takes a little longer.
As a new parent of somebody with Down syndrome, I wanted to get a glimpse in the family life. What are the parents thinking? What are their relationship with their siblings? And just to get a real preview of what their life looks like.
The minute she was born, we knew that there was something different about her.
I was just devastated over this diagnosis that I didn't really know anything about and had only been told terrible things at this point.
I actually got a voicemail from a doctor saying, hey, there's actually a problem with your baby. Looks like it's gonna have Down syndrome.
In that moment, it was devastating. Everything was just thrown into complete chaos with the news.
It was my first child. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anyone with Down syndrome.
I saw my doctor on my phone. I saw her number calling. And I was like, oh, finally, I get to find out that I'm having a girl. And she called
and told me over the phone that my NIP test showed that my child would have Down syndrome.
And she said to me, do you want to know the gender? I think assuming that we would terminate. And I said, yes. And she told me it was a girl. And I mean, I got off the phone.
We broke down crying. But thinking about it now, I'm like, why was I crying? But back then in that moment, it was just like.
It was tough, it was rough. Because just the not knowing. We come from a place where nobody in her family, nobody in my family, this is something that we've never seen before.
I literally felt like everything fell upon me. I was scared. I didn't know what to think. I was nervous. I was shooken.
You're not really gonna know. You're just not really gonna know if your child is gonna have a good life, if they're gonna be healthy.
The nurse that took her, when I went with her, mentioned that.
She goes, yeah, I have a daughter with Down syndrome. And I looked at her and I said, you do? And she goes, yeah, she's 16. And I had all of these thoughts flooding through my head like, okay, what do I ask her? What do I ask her? And so I said, does she walk? And she goes, of course, she's 16. And I was like, I don't know anything about Down syndrome. And so she handed me Kennedy and she said, yes, she goes to school and she walks and she talks and she has friends and she goes to sleepovers and
he's gonna do this and he's gonna do this and he's gonna go to college and he's gonna have friends and I gotta tell you, he's had a pretty amazing life up till this point.
There was a point where I had to realize that I wasn't gonna be disappointed in a kid that didn't disappoint me. He didn't do anything different than any other child. So I had to reevaluate my own, concerns and thoughts.
In light of the fact that God is good, what does this mean now for us as a family?
In the midst of the unknown, we should always believe that things are gonna turn out for good.
Our children are teaching us to be better people than what we're gonna teach them.
He is my teacher. When I'm not feeling great about myself, I would walk into the house, I'd be walking around, out of the blue, he would say, Mom, you are so beautiful. You're the most beautiful mom in the world. And it would be like I needed those words right then.
Before Emma came into my life, I was lacking the ability to deeply connect with people and empathize and have true compassion.
I knew that she'd be welcomed in this world with such open arms and such a great story to tell. There's so many beautiful, wonderful people out there who have such a heart for people like Emma that it's overwhelming.
If this is my emotional cup, it was always half full, you know, and he filled it. He just brought it, he topped it off.
So Jasmine was 2.5 when Amellia was born, and she's grown with the disability, with seeing Amellia and learning how it was for Amellia and how we worked hard to achieve certain things like walking or talking or eating. Amellia has taught her so much, and she's teaching Amellia. It's that beautiful relationship that they have that was made in heaven.
You know, I was adopted. I was taken away from my mother as a baby, and now I've been able to give a chance to kind of like rewrite that story. I'm blessed to be her father.
Just am happy about my brother that has Down syndrome, and he cares about us and we care about him. I love my brother.
When I found out I was pregnant with Rosie, it was just an immense sense of gratitude that I was going to have this opportunity for raising her to be part of my purpose in life.
This feeling of life when she dances, and she just gets so excited, and just an absolute miracle coming into my life, and it hasn't stopped.
She was kind of like my miracle child. And so, and so just her being here is just a testament to just accepting everything that comes and just praying for just acceptance.
You know, we talk about different people having personalities where they're like rays of sunshine. Well, she very much is. I don't know if I've ever met anyone that is as close to a ray of sunshine like she is.
Kind of fun having Down syndrome.
Really?
Yeah.
How's that?
It's just because it's fun. That's why.
I think she will be one of the many, many, many children and adults with Down syndrome or other disabilities that help change people's perspective on what any human is capable of.
If I were to put Owen behind the 8 ball every time he didn't want to do something and say, hey, well, he's got Down syndrome, he doesn't have to try. Yeah. No, he's got responsibility. He's got tasks, he's got chores. He can do it.
I like dancing. Dancing is part of my life, and I've been doing jazz, ballet, contemporary, lyrical. And my all-time favorite is contemporary. It's like, yeah, it's like part of my life.
It's amazing what he has done in our lives. He's inspired me to go back to school, and I'm pursuing my master's right now for special education. So I will be a special ed teacher very soon because I want to advocate not only just for my son, but for countless children.
I researched, I read, I went on Instagram specifically looking for the hashtag Down syndrome. I found the lucky few. And then as I was researching, I figured out all these families, they're happy. They love their lives. They're saying they're lucky.
We are lucky. And I have always said when I meet new parents, welcome to the club. It's the coolest club you never wanted to join.
Yeah, we have an unbreakable bond.
I can honestly say I feel like I have a life that can't be bought, and I'm content with that.
I don't remember the last time that I felt any type of, concern, worries, or, sadness for the fact that he has Down syndrome.
Just joy. Like, hard to explain, but I don't know, down deep in my heart, I just felt like we both did. I remember we were sitting in the living room, we looked at each other and said, no, we can do this.
Now, being in the Down syndrome community, I've met so many kids and so many different ages, and now I just see that, wow, I missed out. Not meeting someone like he did early in life that had Down syndrome, because it really would have changed my perspective in life.
Just go over and say hello. It could be the start of a beautiful friendship. Bye. Love you so much.
That grieving process slowly became the sadness was replaced with joy, and the fear was replaced with excitement, and the wow, I can't raise a kid with special needs was replaced with I'll be fine one day at a time.
Seeing her now, it makes me feel that all of the things I was scared about, I didn't have a reason to be scared.
You're saying with the pictures, my mom was looking on the phone on me, and she had this teary eye when I was back in 2003 all the way to the senior year, and this is unreal for me because I made it this far, so I'm loving it.
Down syndrome awareness is friendship.
Getting rid of the stigma and educating people.
Taking a step closer to experiencing heaven on earth.
Down syndrome awareness is me. Down syndrome awareness is my wife. Down syndrome awareness is us.